I started having this thought after I worked with one of these guys at work that I actually never work with. The whole point of him being there is to actually help me. But this guy will literally straight up tell me no when I ask him for help in the middle of a rush. And mind you, I work in a kitchen and he's supposed to be my backup guy. Hey, hop in, stock stuff. If I need something, hey, go grab it for me. But nah, every single time you ask him for anything, it doesn't matter who it is, honestly, even the boss, when they ask this guy for stuff, everything has to be a song and dance. Like, he will argue with everything that you ask this guy. It's never just a, yes, I got you. Yep, I'll do it. No, it's everything needs an explanation. It is like he's there just to make it harder for like no reason. And so it really got me thinking how when I look back on my life, it's hard to really imagine or think about many people that I've experienced in my life who have actually made my life better, who have enhanced my well-being, who have made life easier for me. Nobody is here to make things easier for you. It seemed like every step of the way, it was clear that when God made me, he said, hey, take this little niglet and let's put him in some situations. And let's make these situations so rough, they would break anybody. They would turn anybody into the worst person and just make him endure it. Unfortunately for me, ending up in the foster care system was pretty much inevitable considering the lifestyle that my family had. Now, you would think I would have a ton of help. You would think I shouldn't have to go in this system because, hey, I have a bunch of sisters, 5. I have an older brother. I have a stepbrother. No. Not a single one of my siblings thought, wow, my little brother is in the system. Maybe I should find a way to get him out of there, help him, raise him, make sure that he's with family. Was any of that conversation had? No. As a matter of fact, what happened was I changed myself for the better. I found Jesus. I found God. I got really religious. Now, I will give credit for everyone around me. I was like, super religious, that guy. But at the same time, it was good for me personally. Because of this newfound faith that I had, there was family in my life who made me feel worse off because of it. They did not like that I found faith and had found something that actually motivated me and feel good and hopeful about life. They would have actually preferred me, and as a matter of fact, told me that they liked me better before I had ever found God. How does these kind of criticisms make my life easier as a young man? It did not. If anything, this conflicted me even more and kind of made me question my faith a little bit. So here's the thing with family. When you come from a background that really isn't the greatest and pretty broken, a lot of your family are going to be sneak dissing. They're going to be sneak hating. Family is the first people to hate on you for trying to do better for yourself, especially if they're still living that lifestyle that you have decided, hey, that ain't for me. This in turn makes things so much more difficult for you because if all you have are those family members, what do? Now you end up alone and with nobody who actually cares about you. And it's funny because I can't make this stuff up, but after I got out of foster care, I ended up back home with my father. And my sisters, who come from my dad, came at me and looked at me sideways because our dad got sober and did the right thing and ended up getting me back into his custody. Now, my sisters are all way older than me with kids and families of their own. But yet, instead of being happy for me and our dad and understanding that this is a good thing for me, their little brother, instead, I got, wow, look at him. He gets to be with dad. How come he gets to be with dad? Just this weird, gross jealousy I don't even know how to really explain it. Even when I look back on relationships that I've been in, the majority of the relationships that I've been in have been extremely one-sided. These women nowadays have no clue how to actually adore and love a man. They have no clue how to actually even do a relationship. And I've been straight up told by a woman she doesn't know how to do a relationship. So, what do you get? You mostly get women who show up and just take. It's almost like being in a relationship nowadays is like babysitting or taking care of someone else's daughter for, I don't know, because you hope maybe she's a good person, which usually they're not. What's a good person? What's a good woman? I'm really actually still trying to figure that one out. You still, as a man, have to sacrifice so much time, energy, money, resources. And what do you get? You get these women who come into these relationships and they think all they need to bring is sex. That's all they got. Well, you're a man, all you want is sex, so here. That's all they got. Friendships have always been the same thing for me as well. I have these friendships, but I get these friendships and these people are bums, man. A lot of the friends that I've had in the past were just complete bums. I mean, I'm feeding these guys. I'm letting them stay at my house. I'm listening to their problems. I'm giving them advice. I'm taking them here. I'm taking them there. And they're doing nothing but taking from me. I'm always unfulfilled. People are so unfulfilling. And it's even worse when you are a person who actually loves giving. I hate thinking about myself. Being alone all the time and trying to do stuff for myself is actually extremely difficult. I thrive when I feel like I am worth something to people. I thrive when I feel like I can be helpful. But that doesn't mean that I just want to be taken advantage of. That doesn't mean that I just don't want to be helped by anybody. But when you spend years being that guy who is willing to go out of your way to do stuff for people, to be helpful, to be reliable, to be somebody that people can count on, and every single time you leave unfulfilled, you leave feeling like that person didn't even deserve that. You leave feeling like I'm going to do this and never get anything back. Granted, I don't expect to just get anything back anytime I do a good deed or anything like that. But generally speaking, throughout my life, nobody has returned the favor. I'm just so done with people being nothing but takers. At this point in my life, I'm not really sure how to feel about anything. It's hard to crack a smile. It's really hard to enjoy anything. It's hard to feel good about anything. It's hard to feel good about trying to talk to people and interact with people and ha 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 with people. I don't like any of it anymore. I always feel like a clown when I talk to people and try to be nice and play that little fake game when we're, oh, ho, ho, ho. I'm just so over that. Like, I really don't care about people anymore. I used to be that guy, that people person. I was on TV doing talks and being on stages, giving talks to rooms full of hundreds of people and being part of this club and this group and that group and meeting this person and talking to this person. I used to be the most outgoing, excited, hopeful person on earth. But nah, man, the light from my eyes is gone. It's gone. I'm looking for this elusive person who can actually enhance my life. And I don't trust really that there's anybody that can enhance my life. I'm pretty much doing okay by myself for the most part. Bruh, I'm just so black-pilled about everything. I fucking hate everything.